This is KPH Raven's first day back in work after a scheduled break to let him grow and process the work that he's already done. I did actually do a few circles of walk, but that's boring, so I deleted those circles out of the video. There was also some me swearing at Mika because she jumped on me to try and get the lunge whip. Now, yes, while you think that having a boxer trying to attack the lunge whip might be distracting for the horse, in my world, if he cannot deal with it, then he needs to learn how, because unexpected things are going to happen when you're out riding, when you're out competing, if you're in the show ring especially, and you've got a Ferris wheel next to the arena that you're trying to compete in, for an example. So if he can't deal with a boxer bouncing around trying to attack my lunge whip, we have a problem. Although further in to the very brief lunging session that we had today with Raven using the Kula Lunge, Raven was actually a little bit concerned about the orange creature that came to the outside of the arena to watch him working. Yes, that is Rosie, one of the horses that resides here, wearing an orange fleece rug. Now that was actually cause for concern for Raven. Again, I just pushed him through it and told him to get on with it, because that's completely ridiculous. It's a freaking horse. I am going to try and leave the background sound on a little bit so you can hear me screaming at the dog, because while it's amusing having her jump at the whip is actually there as a tool to help me keep Raven out on the circle and to encourage him to go forward. He is not as forward moving as some of my horses, and especially not when he's just coming back into work. Also, so you can try and hear the commands that I'm giving him, but was pretty quiet because there was some background noise. And I wasn't sure, although apparently my voice is picking up on the video every time I scream at Mika, so probably I should have just tried to raise my voice commands. And so I've kept this session today super brief because he's literally just coming back into work. Now, while Raven is the kind of horse that I probably could just get on, A, there's that chance that something might happen and my back simply won't cope with that. And B, I need this horse loose and swinging before I ride him. I need him round and I need him connected, which is why I'm using the Kula Lunge system and preparing him by lunging him. So he'll have a couple of days of lunging or long reining before I get on him, so that he is consistently around, connected and swinging. I always like to deal with things from the ground before getting on the horse. And it's been like this for a long time. I have sciatica and bulging discs and apparently now some sort of nerve pins and needles in my legs, also caused from my back. So the last thing I want to do is make that situation worse. And this is why I've designed the Kula Lunge training system as a workaround for me being able to ride horses through that are not round and connected, so that by the time I get on them, they are round and connected and they're much easier for me to ride, and then I can just continue with their training. Also, I don't like having horses bucking. That hurts my back, and there is a small potential that they may then work out how to buck me off. So if I can, clearly he's not going to do that. But with other horses, if I can avoid that situation, I'm going to. And you can hear me chasing him up a little bit. That's because my whip is in the boxer's mouth, so it's essentially useless. And yes, if I drop the whip on the ground, she'll just sit there and chew it. But I've been trained never to put the whip on the ground. It stayed with me. I can't put the whip on the ground. Of course, there is also the fact that I've been trained not to have a dog helping me lunge, but you can't have everything. So there is nothing exciting that's happened in this video. It's just Raven being his normal, usual cruisy self. The walk, the trot and the canter are looking nice and connected. He's round and swinging through all three paces, and he's round and connected through the transitions. So I'm just going to try and push him out a little bit more in the trot before we finish. Make sure the boxer doesn't actually get in the way. She's normally very good about being aware of her surroundings, but occasionally she gets slightly distracted. This is Raven saying he's had enough. He does not feel like working anymore. He's tired and it's really all too much effort. I really don't mind that. I prefer them to be a little bit more cruisy and laid back. So I'm just going to detach the lunge line now, take Raven for a little walk around with the side reins unattached, and with the lunge line unattached as well. Make sure that he's following me and paying attention, still following my body language when he's no longer on the lunge, but just walking with me. And that's going to be our warm down for today. So thank you for watching the training session with the Kula Lunge. If you have any questions, you can drop me a comment or an email, or check out our website, kulalunge.com. And if you want to see more training videos, please subscribe to our channel.